All right. Happy holidays, everybody. Star Wars fans. We have set 75279, the Advent calendar. And so I just wanted to wait till the holidays were over. There were no more spoilers, but I did want to lay out the Advent calendar and go day by day and kind of see how awesome was this Advent calendar. So starting left to right, really I thought LEGO did a great job starting out of the gate pretty hot with the UC, almost like a UCS A-Wing throwback on day one. It was a nice little micro scale A-Wing. Then of course you had Poe Dameron with an awesome BB-8. He's got a little bit of background print there, but he's got an awesome BB-8 print in the front. He's chilling with his coffee before going after the Imperials. And you've got the Lars homestead right next to him, Farm Boy Luke. I would say the only disappointing factor would have been nice to get a little bit of an exclusive figure there. Getting another, original trilogy Luke is kind of a miss in my opinion, but I kind of understand it. With, I don't want to get into spoilers, but with him becoming kind of a hot topic lately, I can kind of understand now, why they put this in this order. Then next, of course, we get our favorite. I probably should at the end maybe put how this micro build should be going. Next is it's almost like a Dorito. So you look at that from that profile. Look at that Dorito TIE Fighter. And then next, I really appreciate this inclusion, of the red Sith Stormtrooper. It's pretty nice to get one in this set because considering they gave us they should have put two of these in the original Vada pack instead of putting only one. This gives us a second one to kind of round out our collection. So it was a nice little make good, if you will, on day 7. Here we go. Cruising back over here to day 8. Especially now, given that it's the holiday season and we know what we know, excuse me for the mess. There we go. I think this is one of the best micro scale X-Wings, or at least I would say micro scale of this particular Advent calendar. It's one of the bigger ones. If you look at some of the others comparatively, it's pretty large in size. So I thought for a micro scale build, that one has pretty good value to it. Then we've got another Rey right there. That would be day 9. Again, similar to Luke, I'm not a huge fan that they included yet another Rey, because if you think about it, there were I'd have to look back and count how many times you could get Rey in sets, but definitely not exclusive and in at least 4 or 5 sets. So kind of devaluing that particular figure. So when I look at the entire value of the Advent calendar and the figures all kind of added up, definitely having Farm Boy Luke and Rey kind of decreases it overall. All right, next is day 10. We've got Dio here. Right there. Let the camera sink in there. So what I really appreciate about Dio, other than the fact that I do not have Dio in droid form, is that they have a cute little Santa hat on there, so I really appreciate that. So if you're gonna put a simple droid in, why not throw in a Christmas Santa hat? So I mean, it is an advent calendar, it is holiday season, throw a little something in there. And the next one, which not a fan of, the thinnest Millennium Falcon you will ever see. Top side, not too bad. Honestly, I don't even think you could pick this out as the Millennium Falcon in a lineup. There we go. Even the back, it's just a square block. So I mean, they could have, I don't know how they would have done it, but if you would have needed it to be curved in some shape or form. So I don't know about that. I think that was probably one of the weaker builds. Well, I mean, I would appreciate some of the parts, so which I'll be scrapping it anyways, but I mean, still. Then you have one of the smallest builds. Here, I'll come from the other side. There we go. See if I can get it. Guess not. Camera's not gonna focus in on that little guy, but the Porg, I think I have 3 or 4 of those. Again, I almost feel like they probably should have put right here. Here, I'll go up a little bit. Right here, they should have put maybe put like a snowflake on there or something. Just anything to kind of make him exclusive would have been really a nice touch. I get it, not required, but a nice touch. Then next, so this would be day 13. It's a nice looking ship. I don't even really know what it is, other than it's like just a Republic cruiser, maybe. It's not the Tanev. I don't know, maybe they were trying to go for kind of a Tanev look, but that's not it. So, cool parts. I really like some of the parts. Getting those cheese slopes and these types of colors are always fantastic. But all in all, I don't know, kind of an okay build. Then, of course, another army builder. So on day 7, apparently it's the day of the army building, we get our standard battle droid, or clanker, as the clone army would call them. So again, I personally think it's a massive miss. Like, okay, if you're gonna go nothing with the Porg exclusive, why wouldn't you just make like a red arm or a red torso, or, you know, I don't know, just anything to kind of, maybe a red stripe to make it exclusive. I mean, it would almost double the value of that particular figure, maybe even make it more than double value. So I think that's another kind of a swing and a miss from LEGO on day 14. Then as we go, day 15. This is pretty cool. It's a Federation ship. I think that's a nice depiction. Some pretty cool parts. So these aren't just like very standard cheap parts. So I think that was a nice, definitely a nice build to have. Do I have it upside down? Yeah, there we go. Awesome. And then I feel like this is where we go into kind of a weak few days. It hasn't been the greatest. So day 16, we ended up with the Pod Racer, which, you know, I get it. Like, this is, I get a Pod Racer out of this, but yeah, it's kind of good looking, but it's probably one of the worst builds just overall. It's just so small and lacking, in my opinion. But I could see a few microscale people being a fan. Then you get into the pit droid. Use my other hand here. Hopefully we can block in the light. I thought it was a pretty cute one, but maybe they give him a red, or a red face instead of blue for Advent. So again, makes sense. It's a prequel droid, kind of fits the whole pod racing theme, but again, I think it's a sort of a miss. And the next one, at first glance I was kind of like, this is not a bad micro build, but I kind of feel like it's a box. And I don't really get, outside of the back part and this right here, and okay, I get some of this, and the back's not too bad, but I really don't get a snow speeder out of this. If I compare it, so I'll grab here to the larger version, I just feel like they could have put something here that would have helped it make it more of an engine block versus just kind of how this is set up. So kind of a miss. So really the micro builds 3 days in a row aren't the greatest. And then you run into, so what is this, day 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't know what this is. I know it's a Tauntaun. I think the win on this is that it's a Rudolph Tauntaun, which is kind of cute. But other than that, it kind of looks like a chicken with little arms. I don't know. Is that really a Tauntaun? Maybe. And then this part I can appreciate. Whoops, now I'm dropping them all over the place. But it's kind of making fun of themselves. They included the Hoth generator, which famously in their build they had 3 generator units and not the 4. So this is actually the most accurate Hoth build that they've done, which is pretty funny. Again, I'm always a big fan of the white pieces. If I can get really cool white pieces, I'll take it. And then the last one, which would be day 21 of the full week series, you've got the really cute holiday Gonk droid, which I really I appreciate. It's fun. It's almost like an Olaf type character in a way, with a nice little hat. So I mean, if you're gonna get a droid, I feel like this one's got some little bit of value to it. Then we kind of go into where I'll move some of these up here and get them out of the way, where they start hitting the home, true home runs. You've got the day 22, I think it was. Another army builder. Here, I'll zoom in a little bit. Here we go. We got another stormtrooper, which is nice. Again, going with the theme of the Sith trooper, it's nice to get really 3 army builders. You've got the battle droid, which they could have added a red to, Sith trooper, and then you've got the stormtrooper, so that's great. And then last but not least, 2 days in a row of just hitting it out of the park. Those are probably the coolest micro builds that I've seen in a long time. I mean, some of these, like the Lars Homestead, they're pretty recognizable. That as the shield generator. The Millennium Falcon's garbage in terms of the look of it. Again, that Trade Federation ship and the X-Wing are pretty good, but this is the ultimate for me. So it's so close to the original, it's ridiculous. So I think they did a phenomenal job. And then of course, let me set this back down here. We've got our man, which this has got to be the one of the holiday figures of the year. We've got an awesome Darth Vader with the Death Star sweater. So honestly, if there was a real life sweater like that, I would love it. So maybe for those out there, I'll get the Death Star, since I'm a huge Imperial fan. Love Darth Vader. Love Darth Vader's castle. Look forward to building that. And it's awesome. So with that, that's the overall Advent calendar, which is 75259. I believe you're 279. Sorry, I get my numbers mixed up. But no, overall, I think it was really good. The way I looked at it, I valued it out at about $37, and then you could throw in a couple dollars for just kind of unique packaging and how, some of the extra design work that goes into it. So while it was originally valued at $40, I know there's a lot of ways, whether it was double VIP, get it waiting for clearance. The Walmart and Costco deals were very good. So I think I paid originally $30 for this Advent. So I feel like, given the figures, some of the droids, and some of the cool unique pieces, overall it was a really, really nice Advent calendar. So very happy with it, and I feel really good about it. So with that, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a fantastic, relaxing, happy Star Wars holiday, and your backlogs are much fuller than they were before. So with that, we will see you on the next video.